Kaia was like, Mom, you were shaking. And I was like, I know, that's what I do. And I like was panicked and as well. Hi, welcome to our family vine. So today we're going to talk about something that just happened and that was really, really scary for us this week. So yes, I had to call 911 for my baby over here the other day. So obviously I didn't film it because in the moments when it's happening, I was scared. I was freaking out. So the last thing on my mind is, ooh, let's film this. And why would I film that? So I had just picked him up from school. He had soccer practice after school. He comes in through the door, and I'm hanging up our keys right here. So he's right behind me, just like he is right now. He has his backpack on. And backpacks. Yes, right, because he had soccer practice. So do you even remember what you said to me? No. So he said, all I heard behind me was, Mom, I'm gonna faint. And I turn around and look at our size difference first off, right? And I turn around and I like immediately the moment I turned around, his eyes had already kind of like rolled back into his head and he just fell and I caught him, thank God. And it was scary. It was so scary. And so we just walked in. Half his body is still out of the house. Like his legs are out of the house and like the top part of his body's in the house. And so I'm yelling because my husband's in the kitchen and Koda and Kaia run around. Luckily also my brother-in-law Max is here and they all just like ran over because he was so heavy and I'm trying to like lay him down gently onto the ground. And they run over and Cesar's way better in these kind of situations than I am, thankfully, because I tend to kind of start to panic, especially if it's my own child. So Cesar ran over and started tending to Jonah. At that time, he was not conscious. He wasn't responsive when we were calling his name. So we were trying to get his backpack off and I was just like, I'm calling 911 because I don't play. Right? My poor baby. It was so scary and he doesn't remember anything. I immediately called 911 because this has never happened before with him and, well, actually with anybody, but so I was really scared and I'd rather paramedics already be on their way in case anything needed to happen or he had to go to the hospital. So I called and luckily the 911 operator was very good. You know, he talked very calmly, wanted to know what was happening and he was preparing me that if he stopped breathing, get prepared to do CPR. And we are CPR certified. So Cesar and I both are. So luckily we kind of already knew what to do in an event that would happen. And they came here pretty quick. They actually, paramedics arrived quickly, like within 3 to 4 minutes.
I thought you said that I said that my legs felt weird.
I was really out of it. I was shaking, like even Kaia was like, Mom, you were shaking. And I was like, I know, that's what I do. And I like was panicked and as well. They wanted us to make sure that he can squeeze his hands. Like he was squeezing my husband's hands, both of them. And he was able to do that, so that was fine. And yeah, paramedics showed up and just started to tend to him. The gentleman that was working on Jonathan was very calm. He was trying to calm Jonathan down. I know you were panicked. Do you remember coming to?
Coming into
like waking up from it? No? Yeah, he was really groggy, like when he was like, they were working on him on the floor for a while, like sitting up slowly talking to him, kind of getting him to calm down.
I remember just like being outside.
Yeah, they got him up to sit outside, cause yeah, he was still on the floor in our hallway over here. And one of the paramedics, I think actually it was probably one of the firemen, asked, of course, because they see, Jonathan, they asked if he was a family friend. I get it. Understandable. And I said, no, that's our son. He's like, oh, okay. Obviously, stuff like that happens. Yeah, so they were really good. They treated him quickly ran, made sure his vitals were good. They just said, he just needs some food, to get some food into the system, dehydrated. And so they were able to get him to kind of like wake up and be all right. And so then he ate and he drank a lot of stuff, got some electrolytes in him, and then he was feeling much better. But of course, he did have his doctor's appointment, and we are still waiting on the results to the test. So we'll see. That girl was not the greatest when they took his blood.
Oh yeah, she was like, what did she do? She was like shaking the needle. Well, it was in my arm. She kept shaking the needle.
How are you feeling now? That happened?
Good.
Yeah. What did you got? Who ran over to me first? That was Kaia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what'd you see?
I saw Jonah on Mom's lap.
Yeah. 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 We asked you guys to get water. So who got water? I don't even remember.
Koda sprinted to the thing, to the kitchen. He had bread and he threw it on the counter, and then grabbed the cup and then poured water and then sprinted all the way back and then Koda gave you or Dad the water.
Oh, that was nice. Were you guys worried?
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily he was okay. Like they were able to work on him right here, huh? And then it's so sweet. Kaia started tending to him all night. What did you make for him at night?
Hot chocolate. When I was gonna go to bed, I said, "Do you need anything?"
Yeah, that was nice. He was the hero because I panic. In these situations, I panic, but luckily Cesar is very good at staying calm, and he was the one who really worked on Jonathan, and if he needed CPR, I knew that Cesar was ready.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that we got his doctor's appointment, and hopefully we'll find out results in the next few days. They did do an EKG test on him, and that turned out to be fine. And we're hoping it was just like probably food related. Maybe, he needed more food, definitely needed more liquids. A big thank you to the paramedics for showing up and taking really good care of him. They also mentioned because Jonathan's growing so fast to make sure that he has a lot of food. And on days that he has practice, I always double his lunch, but they're even thinking maybe I should like triple, quadruple his lunch, or just always have snacks. When he went to his doctor's appointment, they said to always make sure he has snacks in his bag at all times, maybe a granola bar, fruit bar, any of those kind of things, like a protein bar kind of thing. So going out, making sure he has all that for school coming up next week, make sure that he just has everything. I'm gonna just throw a bunch of snacks that he can just carry around with him at all times, like pretzels, Cheez-Its, goldfish. And he also has all the like liquid IV like packets to carry around with him in case he needs to throw it in his water. He carries his water bottle around with him all the time. So just really, really want to make sure, because he's growing so fast, that he just has a lot of like carbs ready, just a lot of food, snacks, and a lot of liquid, so a lot of water. It's really hard when you don't have a full medical history. So a lot of the questions they asked us, we don't know, like diabetes in the family, high blood pressure, anything like that. And I don't know. So for Jonathan, I have a little bit of his medical history for his biological parents. Koda and Kaia, it's the same thing. It's even worse. I have like nothing on their medical history at all. It is a challenge, but it happens, and that's why I always want to be proactive when it comes to their medical health, and make sure they always get as much of a full workup whenever they have it. Whenever they need it, just because we don't know. There's so many unknowns when it comes to their medical history. So yeah, well, thanks for watching. We'll keep you posted. Prayers would be great. Yeah, bye.